Okay, it's video time. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't... Hang on. Give me a sec. All right. I think I got it recording. I pressed a button on the phone. You got a grease fitting right in the axle bearing. Now, this is a spare one you had in your hotel room.
Right.
Did you keep it on the bed, under the bed, or on the night table?
On the night table. For a lamp.
That's a...
Anyway, I stick the grease fitting through a greaser.
Yeah, 90-degree grease fitting?
Yeah.
Now, this is one that you've got on your car? You have the same thing on the car?
Both of mine are on.
Now, what are you going to tell me next? That you bought that 64 Monza brand new off the showroom floor?
I sure am.
No way. You're the original owner?
I sure am.
And you were 18 years old?
Yes, sir.
So how did you get old? 18 years young. You're not 18 years young anymore.
The Corvair keeps me young.
The Corvair keeps you. I'm the same way. People used to call me immature. Now they call me young at heart. I'm still the same energy-filled guy that likes to mess around. I just got a little gray beard. And Mom said, shave it off. I said, Mom, okay, I'll shave it off. So don't hit me with that. Put that down. Put that down. Hit me with the big end now.
There you go, boy.
Now, how many pumps of grease do you put in?
Well, I don't put very much because you can't put too much. But I usually put one in it every time I go on a long trip.
One pump. But have you already rebuilt the bearings on the back of that 64 Monza?
Yeah, same way as this.
So what I missed here a couple of minutes ago because I was on the phone with Haggerty Insurance was these guys hammering off the yoke, the universal joint yoke, because this guy burned up a wheel bearing, and that happens on early model Corvairs. It's a big problem.
Yeah.
50-year-old grease.
Well, my first ones, I changed them at 110,000 miles, and they weren't bad.
But better to change them, take them apart and grease them.
Better than a head.
66 Corsa, looks like an original paint turbo car. I learned a secret when I'm making my videos, and I forgot to do it, and I can't do it, it's too late. A friend of mine said, put it in airplane mode and you won't get interrupted by phone calls. So these gentlemen here are doing roadside repair, just like I used to make a living doing a long time ago. A little bit of emery cloth. Pop out the burned up U-joint. Now look at that. That U-joint is at the end of its useful life. Yep. It is done. The rollers are just starting to dig in. That looks like an old universal joint.
Original.
Yep, been around the block. 55 years old. GM used to make parts to last. What happened to that, huh? What happened to that? Those days are gone. This is where you need to travel. Motor oil, antifreeze, tools, and no spare tire. They don't need no stinking spare tire. Spare tires are for babies. Speaking of which, got a baby on board but no spare tire. And I'm traveling halfway across the country and I don't have a spare tire either. Or a rim or nothing. I could have thrown a rim in the back. I had a rusty rim. So what's happening here is we get together once a year at the National Convention. Next year it'll be in San Diego. And we recognize everybody here, and the people we don't know us, and the people we don't know, we get to know them. And we tell all these lies and stories and don't believe a thing you hear. This fellow's got bearing problems, and this car here was purchased brand new by the gentleman with the bearing, 18 years old, 55 years ago. He bought this beautiful 64 Monza. Is it, what's the red color? 4-speed manual transmission. And he drives the wheels off of it because that's what these cars were meant to do. Drive them. Got a 65 here, getting a nice new grill bar.
Wow. Oh, rotten. Yeah. Almost.
What the heck are you guys doing?
Trying to get in.
If you want, well, all you got to do if you want to break in, just make a hole right there. You want a crowbar? I got a 4-foot crowbar in the trunk. I got 2 of them. Just like the fire department guys.
Lines up with one of the circles under the...
Yeah, well, if you miss one, it's like doing drywall, looking for a stud behind the drywall. You just poke here, poke there. Eventually, you'll find a hole. You'll find the stud after you make 20 holes. Ooh, I don't want to watch these guys wrenching on that 65 one-year-only grill bar. Ooh. Look how nice this 65 Mordor Monza is.
Oh, you rotten egg. Somebody cuss for me, I'll feel better.
No, this is a family channel. Corvair Wild doesn't swear, doesn't do any rock and roll.
When I work for the Catholic Church, I can't curse.
You wouldn't believe what goes on behind closed doors at the Catholic Church.
Oh, I know.
You heard about it, huh?
We're getting there, Jeff. It's my car.
Oh!
No braking. I said it's my car. I'll do it.
What happened to the keys? Dumb
They're in
question.
my pocket.
The rod fell off the lock after he...
Oh man,
Keys are in my pocket.
that's what I used to tell my wife. She says, "Why don't you want to have sex?" I said, "The rod fell off the lock." It's not a dirty joke, is it? I'm keeping it clean.
I think could happen.
Needle close.
No, you just use a...
Automatic transmission Monza with a push-button AM radio, no padded dash, but it's beautiful. Yeah, shift happens. Beautiful car. So we're going to pause this video. The guys will be back with their fresh universal joint. Maybe what I'll do is I'll end the video and I'll come back with video number 2. I don't do any editing or merging or voiceovers or dubbing like Rich Rebuilds. I haven't watched his videos in a while. Whoa, V8 power. This guy had a Spicer Dana U-joint. Good old American. I gotta put my glasses on. Country of origin, made in USA. 5-1310X. X means greasable. These used to be $10. But they aren't $10 anymore. The following legacy brands have transitioned to the Spicer brand. Era Cardin Clark, Clark Hearth, Com Axle, GWB, Ital Cardeno, Kirkstall, and Siege. Wow. Brand new one. Look at this beautiful red Monza. The fellow just bought it fresh out of the barn, and he should have greased the wheel bearings before he took a road trip, but woulda, shoulda, coulda. Alrighty, we'll see what's happening here. I'm going to end the video, put it on airplane mode, and Florida paint burned right off. Just like my G5 Cobalt, but no rusty rockers.
That's where you got to get straight.
You're gonna have to knock that in a little bit before you get too carried away.
Tap it a little.
Tap a little bit.
I don't want
What you do is you hold up on that, tap on that cap.
Yeah, you don't want those
And
little
don't
needles
let it
to
drop
fall
out
off.
of there.
You can even use the slip joint pliers. That way you're not shocking it and pinching someone's
Sometimes they
fingers.
don't push quite hard.
Let me do it right.
Just tap it. Just tap it.
Going in.
Yeah.
There you go. It's in
No,
there.
it's not in.
Keep going.
That piece of wood. Put that on there right there. Put that on right there.
Yes.
No, this here.
But this is more solid on the big
Well,
piece.
put it on this one.
No, but he wants to hammer with a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Actually, a second hammer. I can bring over my other hammer. I've got another hammer.
It's going in. Going
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No. See if this other
Go
one
some
will
more. Go
start.
ahead and hammer in.
Wait a minute.
Hit him some more.
He said flush.
Keep
Okay.
that cross inside. You don't want it to. You should go all the way down. I don't want to be too many chiefs, not enough
Yeah, there
Indians
you go.
here.
Now you're close.
Okay.
Stick that one in with.
Be real close. Yeah, there you go. Turn up that way. Yeah.
Here's the tricky part. You got to be halfway in between. I don't want those little rollers.
Now shove. Get it about halfway.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Show me.
There's the
Halfway,
trick.
keep the rollers in both halves.
That's the hard. That's why I like to do it with a clamp, because you don't have any shock
Yeah.
business,
You got that
Last thing
clamp?
you want to do is get one of the little rollers in sideways.
and then you're done.
Pull it into the
Take
cap.
it all apart.
Where heat day's good.
Okay, now.
Now you need a little
Take your
socket.
slide,
You need a 5/8 socket or 11/16 socket.
Here, let
Make
Dan
sure
do
it
it
goes
now.
slides both ways.
Let Dan do it now.
Not moving either way.
Yeah, let Dan do it now.
Not
Yeah.
moving either way.
Let